What is going on, everyone? We are live for our conference championship Sunday slate. We got two games going. The NFC championship will start us off here. Did great in the divisional round last week, looking to keep it rolling. We got the full crew here. We're going to start out with this NFC championship kickoff at 3 o'clock on Fox in Philadelphia. Eagles are a 6-point favorite over the Commanders, over under at 47.5. Eagles money line minus 275, Commanders plus 225. I'm going to throw this over to our NFC East correspondent, Mackie. How are you feeling about this NFC championship game?
Yeah, we get a good NFC East matchup here. I think that's going to favor the Commanders in a few ways. They've already seen this team twice. Obviously, it's going to favor the team that's not as good, in my opinion. But Jalen Hurts on the other end, I think if he's 85%, he'll get the job done here. Eagles just need to play their style of football, slow football, get out to an early lead, eat some clock, give the ball to Saquon, and then a few passes to A.J. Brown, and they'll be able to get the job done here. Jaden Daniels' first NFC Championship game. You could see the nerves come out a little, but he should do his thing as well. I think the 6 points might be a little too much. I think it could be a close one here, but I think the Eagles get the job done.
I don't think Jaden Daniels has nerves.
No, that guy plays carefree football, and there's no pressure.
Going
on
into
this
the
team.
lake might be tough, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like,
also,
I love all the pictures of him on the sideline, sitting there, just cold-faced, no reaction to any plays. Like, that's
He's
my
still
favorite part
human,
about
Huff.
him.
He's still human.
I think the reason for that is that there's no pressure on this team, no expectations. I think that was the problem with a lot of these other teams that came in and got upset. The Lions, especially, they had some big shoes to fill at home, coming off a bye. Jaden Daniels has just been playing great football. It's the hottest team in the league with one of the best offensive coordinators and a lot of great pieces around them. I mean, every other team in the league should take a page out of their book with the rebuild that they successfully did. They brought in their quarterback with that top 2 pick. They brought in their head coach, a veteran head coach who's known what he's doing, a great OC. They brought in veteran pieces like Eckler and Ertz. They brought in some other good pieces on the defensive side of the ball like Bobby Wagner and Marshawn Lattimore. And they already had some great skill players that were in their youth already over there. So they're just playing with house money right now, and it's going pretty well. The fact that they're 6-point underdogs, again, to me, is crazy. That's a lot of points in a NFC championship game, especially for a team that's already beaten the Philadelphia Eagles. And the first time they were in the link, it was a pretty good game as well. We got Pasquale saying we don't know ball, go Birds. Classic Philadelphia fan. They're probably already drunk, ready for the game today. They've been drinking since last week. But I do have the Birds here winning this game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think, though, because you got to slow down this offense. If there's a point where the Eagles fall down by 7 or 10 points early, that's going to be a lot tougher game. But if the Eagles are able to go up early and control the pace, control that clock like they know how to do, feed it to Saquon behind that great O-line with Hurts running the ball as well, not have to rely on his arm, then I've got the Eagles winning this one easily. Hoss, do you see anything different here? Do you think that the Jaden Daniels team can stick around with a 6? Is there any chance they stick around and win the game outright? Because they're playing great football right now.
I mean, I kind of agree with what you were saying before. I mean, not to put the chat on blast here, but I really think I feel like for you to say we don't know ball by respecting this Commanders team makes me think that you don't really know ball. I mean, this Commanders team has been hot, and if you write them off just because they're a 6.5-point dog, I really think they're going to hit you in the mouth and hit you where it hurts too. I think Jaden Daniels gives this team a chance to win the game, and like you said, you shouted out those pieces, all the names that I was going to say too. You got a lot of mouths to feed in Washington, and obviously, I think pound for pound, this Eagles team is better stouted for an NFC championship game. This is where they should have been all along. So, like I said, I definitely think you need to put more respect on what the Commanders are able to do in terms of that successful rebuild. And I actually think they're going to win this game today, move on to a Super Bowl. Obviously, in Jaden Daniels' first season as a quarterback, I wonder what Bears are thinking now watching this guy come in and kind of steal the show from Caleb Williams' seat there. But like I said, I really like to see Jaden Daniels show everybody what he's made of and kind of put respect into Washington here. Give me the Commanders. I don't even need the 6.5 points. I think I'm going to take a money line.
Yeah,
obviously, like you said, it does scare me with Saquon. Like if Saquon really does get going, it's like, yeah, I don't want to bet against the Eagles. I actually really like the Eagles, but just for the money here, like how do I not take the dog in this fight?
Yeah, I know. I think that's such a great value. Some of the chat here saying, bro, stop overthinking Eagles and Chiefs moneyline parlay. I mean, that's exactly what I'm on. But I am scared of this Redskins team, this Commanders team. I've been scared of them the whole way. But there's some other people in the chat that are bringing up other good points. The Eagles will control the trenches here. That's what they've done all year long. We saw Jalen Carter win the game that way. We see the tush push with the leverage. Nobody else can match that leverage of that O-line. And then
That
also
good offensive line didn't look too great last week.
yeah, but it was a
Weathering-
snow game.
weathering
I
implications,
agree
yeah.
with Mackie here. The weather implications and how aggressive that D line for the Los Angeles Rams was playing. I like to talk down that Rams defense a lot. However, their front seven,
Down the
that pass rush especially is what was carrying them. Those young guys getting through. I do like what the Commanders have on defense here. Not just on their pass rush, but the last time we saw the Commanders win this game against the Eagles, they didn't have Hurts in the backfield, so they were able to load up the box and really smother Saquon Barkley. Mackie and I were talking about that. I think that's got to be the formula again. Put this game onto Jalen Hurts' back, because last week sometimes he would hold on to the ball too long. He would take sacks to put him out of field goal range. He took a very crucial safety that almost blew in the game. If Saquon Barkley is smothered, Mackie, Huff, do you guys think that Jalen Hurts can do it with his arm? He's had a lot of injuries. He's been kind of shaky. He has all the weapons, but is he able to step up into the moment and win the game without really relying
I feel like out of everyone here, I feel like, I don't know, maybe Haas, I don't want to speak for you, but I at least know out of Ace and Mackie, I feel like I have more faith in Jalen Hurts than you guys. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing, but I don't necessarily think it's as easy as put the game on him. I think that's the game plan the Commanders have to approach, because you don't want to let Saquon Barkley beat you, because he will.
Yeah,
he absolutely will. So the easy answer is to, put the game on Jalen Hurts, make him throw the ball, make him drop back 30 times this game, but that Commanders defense, their cornerbacks have gotten better every week with I can never say his name, Saint Ristel. I love him. Lattimore's been a great addition for them. The linebackers, Luvu and Wagner, they have some great pass protection. They're getting Jonathan Allen back at the defensive tackle position for this game, so that will help. That's a massive comeback for them. I truly can't pick a side on this game. I could see it going either way. I guess maybe I would lean on the Commanders with the points and hope it's a close game. I do think it'll fall within the 6 points. If the Commanders have a chance at the end, the value on the plus 230 money line, like Jaden Daniels has shown he's done it.
How do you not take that? Like, literally, you think about it, Huff. Like, if it's within that 6.5 points, like, give me the Commanders. Like, you better hope as an Eagles fan that you're not afraid of the 6.5 points at all. Like, you better hope that they're gonna blow them out. Like Alex said, AJ Brown going crazy. So that means Saquon Barkley's been running wild. Like, if everything hits right, it depends on what Eagles team we see. Like, if it's going to be this Eagles team that kind of lets people hang into the game and, oh, wow, the Commanders are in the game.
What they've done in these playoffs. Look what they did in the Packers game, and look what they did in the Rams game.
The only thing here
at the link too, like, you really can't have that. Like,
the only thing is though,
Philly, it gets really bad.
But
then everybody's gonna start yelling at the coach. Everybody's gonna start throwing things in the stands.
Let's not forget who we're talking about. We're talking about Mackie. We got how about them Cowboys in the chat real quick? Just had to let you know. But talking about the Eagles.
Take it away.
Yeah, right. Talking about the Eagles here. I mean, they have that home run ability left and right. We saw Jalen Hurts do it. We saw Saquon Barkley do it. They're the veteran team who has been there and done that. They have the lockdown secondary. Huff, is Quinyon Mitchell active for this game? That's a big piece that we'll have to look at. I know Daron Payne is out for the Redskins Commanders here this week. That's an important piece to look into as well, especially when they're trying to stymie that run game. With Jules, thanks for confirming that Quinyon Mitchell is out for this game. That's an important piece. Huff, if you want to double confirm that one, get me.
I'm trying to find it. It doesn't say it here.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think the veteran team in this spot, they've been here, they've done that. Who's going to be the king of the end zone? Yeah, we're going to get to our touchdown picks here shortly. Just discussing some of this game plan here. And I think those linebackers are good to stymie Saquon and co too. But I am on the Eagles. They've been here. They've done that. The first touchdown, the first 10 points of the game are going to be the most important part of the game, because if the Eagles go down early, it's going to be tough. If there's some belief in that Washington locker room that they can put points up on the board, it's going to be tough. But if the Eagles come out, dictate pace of play, get a nice long run from Saquon, everybody's saying Saquon, everybody in the chat, big Saquon Barkley riders, as they should be. The only people that don't believe in Saquon Barkley are the New York Giants, and that's why they're not here. But I've got Saquon to go. Oh, someone's saying Quinyon Mitchell's in practice all week.
I'm seeing he's off the injury report for Sunday. Hasn't practiced all week.
How much has he boxed up scary Terry McLaurin? Hasn't looked good against the Philadelphia Eagles. Beat Patel saying AJ is also due. Eagles almost beat the Commanders with Kenny Pickett. Yeah, there's a lot of different narratives for this game. We got that battle. I think one thing to look at also, boys, is how bad that kicking game has been for the Washington Commanders all season long. And if that will come back to bite them once again, that's been a mystery and a big question
Also
mark.
for the Eagles, missed extra points with Elliott. Like
Yeah.
those have come back to haunt them.
Yeah.
If it looks like that for the Eagles, like I'm telling you, it's not going to go very well, and a lot of you guys in the chat are going to be really upset. Just because, like I said, this 6.5 points is just the one thing that baffles me. Is just because, like I said, you were talking about it, Alex. Like people that have been there and done it, like you said, they brought in Bobby Wagner. Like you need a guy to come in and say, okay, I'm going to take the reins here. I look to him that obviously have a big game and kind of get everybody on that defense right. And like you said, you're getting a big piece back in that front seven there. So, like I said, just making me feel more and more confident in this Commanders team day by day. And I mean, you talk about a guy who's prepared. Jaden Daniels has done everything he could to put himself in this position here, and I really think it's going to pay off for him dividends today. Give me Jaden Daniels for sure. I wish we'd be rocking a jersey today. I might have to invest in one of those.
At the end of the day, I think it's the Eagles' game to lose. I think if they don't turn the ball over, they control the pace of play. There's not a chance they lose this football game.
I agree. Yeah, I agree completely. The
At
turnovers
home,
for the
it
Eagles are
has
going
to
to come
be.
down to it.
Okay, but yeah, we're talking about how good Jaden Daniels is. Yeah, he's been playing great, but it has to be more of an Eagles mess up than Jaden Daniels just to throw the lights out of the ball.
So you don't think there's any chance the Commanders win this game like they beat Detroit last week, like a 30,
No,
38?
absolutely not.
The Eagles are a
Absolutely
much
not.
different team. They're a veteran
Absolutely
team that's
not.
been to the Super Bowl.
This is what they do. They control pace of play, and they beat teams that they're better than. This is Eagles football. So if they don't turn the ball over and they're controlling the pace of play,
I agree with
It's
Matt.
really
The
hard for the rest of the team
controlling
there.
the pace of play is massive. I think the turnover ability in that lockdown secondary of the Eagles is going to prove well too. I have the Eagles and the Chiefs going back to rematch in the Super Bowl, where the Chiefs will eventually take it again for a back-to-back-to-back three-peat. However, it's going to be a tough one. Jaden Daniels will have no quit in him. One prop I really like to look at is a Jaden Daniels rushing prop. Maybe him to rush one in as well. You get good odds on it. What about a Zach Ertz revenge game for the Commanders as well? That's something to think about.
I think he's going to score definitely.
On the other side for the Commanders, it's going to be a heavy dosage of Saquon Barkley. You'll probably see a tush push. And then you got to look at the tight end. Maybe Smith or Brown. Those are two really good guys when the going gets tough, especially with the lighter snow forecast there. Not looking like last week. I expect that air game to get going. Huff saying earlier, I know you have more faith in Hurts. I did, but the fact I've always liked Hurts, but the fact that he's been taking those sacks, that's really what's been getting to me lately, is the fact that he's been unable to get the ball out of his hands and take crucial sacks, knock them out of field goal range, and points where they can extend leads in games and really pull away from these teams. They're letting people hang around. That's the scary thing. Especially with Jaden Daniels. You can't let him hang around too much.
Yeah, you alluded to one of my favorite plays in this game. That is the Ertz touchdown. I love that. I think plus 300 is great value there for him. Going up against his old team, a security blanket for a rookie quarterback. You know he's going to get his touches and looks in the end zone. You pointed to how Terry McLaurin has struggled against Quinyon Mitchell in this Eagles defense. I look right to the security blanket. I think 3-1 on Ertz. The score is great value. The other one that I really like, I like the Commanders props a lot more just because Saquon and Hurts are so juiced. I'm not going to bet against the streak where A.J. Brown hasn't scored in so long. I just don't see that there. I think the cornerbacks on the Commanders can contain him as well. I like Brian Robinson. I like Zach Ertz. Plus 190 for Robinson, plus 300 for Ertz. I think those are both good value there for the Commanders. But I think there will be points in this game. I lean on the over 47.5. I think that both teams will kind of put up points in the first half. And then maybe in the second half, it's going to come down to the adjustments, as we always see. Over under for the first half set at 23.5. I probably will stay away from that. I could see it sit right at 23, 24, maybe a 14-10 at halftime. But
if
do you think it starts hot? Unlike most playoff games, you think it starts hot and slows down when it gets to the stretch? Usually,
I just think the adjustments. If it does start hot, I think the Eagles are the better defensive team, where they're going to kind of make the adjustments to see what they need to do. But obviously we've seen Jaden Daniels do it time and time again. I'm not going to bet against them in this spot. I'm also not going to bet on the Eagles in this spot because I can't basically pick a side in this one. I could see both things happening. I'm going to stick to the props in this game. I like the 2 touchdown scores. For the Eagles, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Hurts just because there's not crazy juice on
If
it.
you
Like
had to
Barkley.
pick one, though, I'm going to tell you I'm running it back from last week. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, and then I'm going to parlay Saquon Barkley, Eagles money line, run it right back from last week. 2 automatic locks for you right there. And then for the other side, I love the Ertz pick. That's something I was looking at as well. The value is just way too good for the security blanket and in the revenge game. But I also like Jaden Daniels anytime rushing touchdown. I like him to find the end zone. Some pretty good odds on that one too. Mackie, Haas, what are you guys looking at for anytime touchdowns this week in this game?
Nothing different. I mean, I think you guys said everything exactly what I would say. I mean, I think you're going to get.
What's the odds on Saquon?
Yeah,
minus 225.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Parlay them with the Eagles money line though, and you're sitting around even.
Yeah, I don't do that. But
Mackie, you going to do that?
No, I don't.
Slam the Eagles money line and Saquon Barkley touchdown.
No. I think if this game is that high scoring, I think the Eagles are in trouble. I think that's where the Commanders come in. That's where their style of football comes into play. If you're letting Jaden Daniels sling the football, it's going to be really hard for an injured Jalen Hurts to keep up with him. And Huff, what'd you say, 14-10 at half? I mean, that's not really that high scoring. I think that'd be sitting right around where the total would be at. But the Eagles need to play their style of football to win this football game, and that's not. They won that Packers game to what, 22-10.
Confederate hat, Marvin. This is the state of Florida. Come on now. Had to call that out.
They won that Packers game 22-10. That last game, it was obviously a lot of weather implications, a lot of fumbles in their own side of the field. So the score ran up a little, but Eagles style football, keep the score low, keep the clock moving, and they'll win this football game.
Yeah, one thing I want to look at is the over rushing prop, total yardage prop for Saquon Barkley. Huff, if you can pull it up. A lot of people have been on that last week. Last week I was a little nervous throwing 120 yards, 120 and a half yards on that line. However, he ended up crushing it. Those 2 long runs really bolstered it. But the fact that he gets the ball almost every play is an important one. A lot of people here saying the over in this game. If it does, I think it goes over late. Asking about Jake Elliott getting 2 field goals. I wouldn't trust either kicker in this game as they've been shaky all season long. But Huff, what are we looking at for the Saquon Barkley total yardage prop?
It's the highest rushing prop ever for a running back in the playoffs, set at 125.5.
Wow.
Oh, you got to take it then. If I'm an Eagles fan, you got to take that. What? It's the highest rushing prop ever? Like, yeah, give me that. I would even put that on my card. Like, yeah, it's going to be a Saquon Barkley day. He's going there's going to be that thing at the end of the there's going to be an Instagram clip which will be like highest ever rushing line by a running back, Saquon Barkley. It's going to be him going off, but they're still going to lose and everybody's going to be mad.
All right, so let's remember those anytime touchdown scores as we get into our next game. Because after we review Chiefs Bills, you know what we're going to do. We're going to cook up an anytime touchdown parlay for the people. We've been hitting very well on those, sitting above over double-digit units on our team card because of the parlays that we're able to piece together. But Huff, let's get into that amazing game that everybody's waiting for: the Swifties versus the People's Champ Josh Allen. Let's hear it.
Yeah, the AFC Championship at 6:30 on CBS with the Buffalo Bills heading to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Chiefs are now a 2-point favorite. Over under at 48.5. Chiefs money line minus 130. Bills plus 110. Haas, do you want to start us out on this AFC Championship?
Absolutely not, honestly. I don't want to start us off at all, but I guess
the Ravens room is locked down for the season.
I can't believe he's got all that apparel going on right now.
There's no Mark Andrews jersey up in there, Mackie.
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
I'll have one hanging behind me though.
I've been talking about it for so much. I honestly can't. I'm going to save my breath talking about the Ravens again until next year, I guess. But honestly, I really don't think we need to overthink things here. The Bills played good football last week against my Ravens, but if they play the same game against the Chiefs, they will definitely lose. Obviously, they were banking on big things to happen against my Ravens, and obviously they did. You got the 2 fumbles and turnovers were an absolute problem for the Ravens. Obviously, the drop pass really was what killed us late in the game, but that's not going to happen to a polished team like the Kansas City Chiefs. You may get a turnover here or there, but I don't think you're getting more than one, if any. I think the Chiefs, I don't think they blow them out by any means. I think that spread is probably pretty good. I'd probably still take the Chiefs with the spread, but and I'm not saying I don't disrespect the Bills. They are a good football team, but talk about a team that's done it before and has that little bit of secret sauce that you need to get to the three-peat, like Alex was saying earlier. I don't think this is going to be an issue for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to go and take care of business at home in Arrowhead. Travis Kelce was saying Josh Allen is that guy that he used to try to pretend to be when he was on the side yard with his brother playing football in the yard, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Josh Allen to really put the team on his back in this one. Obviously, you got to play against the Chiefs and you got to play against the refs. So, unfortunately, I'd be saying, give me the Chiefs, give me Patrick Mahomes, give me a Travis Kelce touchdown, give me all the Chiefs voodoo magic.
Yeah, you got to be
Alex gonna say
salty
anything
about it,
different.
but it's just good. That's just good football, and it's from the dynasty. But let's give flowers to the Buffalo Bills. Great game, great defensive scheme. Sean McDermott's got these guys playing great football. Josh Allen has been playing MVP football. He's going to get his first this year, and he took down Lamar Jackson in the playoffs to prove that he is the true MVP of this season, regardless of how that game played out. Talking about this Bills team as well, I like James Cook to get in, but chat, I'm all with you right here. Josh Allen anytime. Everybody in the chat, let's go Bills, Bills Mafia. Keep down in the Bills.
Go.
Yep, all of America is going to start crying after today, just like they always do, just like when the Detroit Lions got blown out in their own stadium last week, because Huff, let's cue it up for you. You know who's finding the end zone. Yep, keep doubting them. It's Taylor Swift. She's going to be on the screen. Taylor Swift's going to be going nuts. Maybe Caitlin Clark, Brittany Mahomes, whoever the hell you want to be up in that booth is going to be there. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, the anti-hero, the Taylor Swifties are going to be going crazy. Huff has his Taylor Swift t-shirt on right now because he knows that the Chiefs aren't losing this game in Arrowhead. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. They saved them all year for the playoffs. Keep doubting the Bills. The Swifties will cry. No, Jason, it's going to be you and the rest of America who are backing the Bills
Chiefs.
because the Chiefs are here. I locked in my ticket before the season started for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. And guess who's sitting pretty with that right now? Me. It's going to be a close game. There's going to be flags going their way because other teams can't step up in the moment and play clean football against teams coached by Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo. The pressure getting through is going to be in Josh Allen's face, and the turnover bug is going to hit him once again. Is there a receiver that can get open? I don't think so. Not high on Shakir, not high on Kincaid, Mac Hollins, whoever the hell you want to name. Amari Cooper washed up. Kansas City Chiefs on the money line, book it. Travis Kelce get in the end zone, book it. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to do his thing all day long. Chris Jones going to be firing all cylinders. Huff is the only one here, so that might be on these Bills. So let me pass it to Mackie to gas up Patrick Mahomes and co. one more time.
I mean, you just kind of said about everything you could possibly say. My main point here is that I don't see the Bills beating them twice in the same season. The Chiefs have one loss this year. If you don't want to count that Broncos loss with the second string or the second stringers, it would be something if Josh Allen was the only team to beat them and they did it twice. But I can't see this Chiefs team losing again to the same team. Josh Allen's gonna have to play a beyond perfect game to win this football game.
He's gonna have to be Superman. Literally, the definition of Superman. He's gonna have to do everything.
Right. I think that if that game, or if they didn't even play this year, or that game went differently and the Chiefs won that first game, I would give the Bills a lot more credit here. It's just really hard to beat this team twice. Going into Arrowhead, I know Highmark's a lot like Arrowhead, but
not
you
in the
gotta,
playoffs.
yeah, it is for sure. Highmark's
Not right now. That stadium is going to be insane.
I think Highmark's the second hardest place to
This
go.
might be like
Arrowhead's the toughest place to play.
I just said
shot.
Highmark's second hardest place to go in and play. I think Arrowhead is the hardest place to go in and play. That crowd's going to be loud. Josh Allen's
like this is like Red Sox Yankees. This is like I mean, there's no other there's no other rivalry bigger than this
right now. We got people saying stop glizzy gobbling the Chiefs. You polishing a tip. Well, this is a betting podcast. This is a betting podcast. We're not giving you the wrong pick. We're giving you the automatic lock.
Everyone wants to take the Bills. Everyone wants to take America's team. Everyone's sick of seeing Patrick Mahomes win.
Bet with your head, not your heart.
He wins because he's good. He knows what he's doing. He has top 3 defense in the league. He gets the job done. He moves the football. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's going to win this football game. I don't see the Bills winning this game.
I saw a stat yesterday. I'm going to butcher this because it was a video, but like I'm going to try to remember this the best I can. It was basically quarterbacks in a playoff game with a minute left, down 7, or basically one possession game where they can tie it or to win the game or tie it. Brady was like 5 for 8. Drew Brees was like 50%, 3 for 6. Mahomes is 11 for 11 when down 7 or more.
Can we ban Laura real quick? Ban Laura and Zach real quick. Thank you. Back to Huff.
But I'll give the chat what they want. I lean on the Bills here. I'm gonna take I'm not probably gonna take the Bills. My 2 favorite plays in this game is a anytime touchdown for both teams. I'm gonna take James Cook plus 135. Shop your odds. Probably can find better value there. The other one I absolutely love in this game that I didn't hear anyone say is Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown. They've absolutely turned him on. He's going to be a key factor in this game. That Bills defense is very banged up at the defensive back position.
Secondary's weak.
Could be without Taylor Rapp today, a huge piece. Obviously, no. I I can't remember his first name. Teron Johnson. Is that how you
Teron
say it?
Johnson, yeah.
Teron Johnson could be without him. I haven't checked this injury report. I love Worthy to get in for the Chiefs. Obviously, Kelsey. You know all the big names. 2 value plays. I love Cook at plus 140. I love Xavier Worthy at plus 200. Those are my 2 plays on this one. I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as you guys think, but I think we're in for.
I don't think it's gonna be one-sided at all.
The Bills fans in the chat said, "Yeah, but we got Cleet Blakeman. He's gonna save it." All right, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'm probably not going to actually bet the Bills money line. This is the kind of game where I just want to bet prop. Like both of these games, I can't pick a side in these ones because I don't want to be on the wrong side of if it's a really good game. We've seen Chiefs Bills now how many times in the playoffs? Mahomes is 3-0 against the Bills in the playoffs. I think this could be the time. I don't want to bet against the streak. They're 3-0 against them in the playoffs, all in Arrowhead again today. I'm going to go with the 2 props that I said: James Cook, Xavier Worthy. I'll say it again. Love both of those plays. I think there's great value on Kelsey. There's going to be a ton of people betting that though, but Mahomes is going to force feed his guy.
His reception yardage prop is great.
But if you had to pick a play, Huff, who are you taking?
I would take if gun to my head, I had to pick a team. I would bet on the Bills.
Wow,
what?
Boom.
That's good though. No, that's good for everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat who wants to win their money today. That's awesome because it's not a 4-0 sweep by our pod on the Chiefs. It's a 3-1 Huff saving the Chiefs.
We're not getting any jinx here.
Yeah, Huff saving their season. Chat, let me know who you're looking at. We see some Huff. Listen to some of these touchdowns. Kareem Hunt on the touchdown. You hit on his first touchdown last week with those great odds. A lot of people saying Ty Johnson lock. Chat, who else is scoring touchdowns in your opinion? Let's hear something different. Ray Davis, James Cook, Josh Allen, DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy.
What about all 4 quarterbacks?
Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes. What are we thinking?
Yeah, honestly, what about all 4 quarterbacks could get in today? I honestly think at least 3 of them would probably be pretty good odds.
Play. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you go Hurt. Definitely, I think Hurts is probably going to get in on a tush push. I think Allen probably runs one in, and when going gets tough, Mahomes can scamper into an end zone.
That was another one I was looking at was Mahomes. He's plus 500 to run one in.
Yeah, but would you be shocked if it happens? Or what's his rushing prop too? What is it, like 20? Maybe like
let's see. Let me pull that up.
Someone goes, it's going to be hard to beat Mahomes, Kelsey, and Swift, and especially the league. I know a lot of you in the chat are all big Swifties, especially the people back in the Bills. They're fake Taylor Swift haters. They're just hiding behind their mask of being Bills fans. Don't worry. After the Chiefs put them out of their misery this week, you can throw that red back on for the Super Bowl.
Who's going to stand? You know what's going to be funny, too, is which of the Bills wide receivers is going to stand there and watch the Chiefs celebration like Stephon Diggs did?
Yeah, Diggs isn't there. Maybe Mac Hollins without his shoes on.
Yeah, take off his shoes and stand there.
Yeah,
take off his cleats and stand there and watch it all happen.
Nobody's mentioned the name of Isaiah Pacheco too. And when the playoffs get going and the Kansas City Chiefs start playing good football, they run behind Isaiah Pacheco well. He sets up the play action. He controls the clock. That defense, though, we haven't given enough shout outs to Steve Spagnuolo. The exotic blitz packages he's going to be throwing at Josh Allen today are going to be crazy. I think it is a shootout here, though. I like a lot of points here. It's going to come down to the last drive type of thing, and 15 always does his thing when he gets the ball last.
Yep, unfortunately, I don't like any of this, honestly. I wish I could say that I was
rooting
for the Bills
over here for Bills Chiefs.
Yeah, I wish I could say I like the Bills, but I just don't. I don't at all. They did not show me anything against the Ravens that.
You're telling me Josh Allen grew out his flow for nothing? He's not winning the Super Bowl just because he has the dreads now.
Especially not in he's not going to Arrowhead and winning. That's not happening.
He already won his Super Bowl last week. And you want to know what?
Yeah.
The Ravens and the Bills Super Bowl, and I said this while this game was going, chat, let me know if you agree. When they were playing the Bills and the Ravens, neither of them had a good enough performance that would have beat the Chiefs last week. So they're going to have to dig much deeper into the bag, pull out a lot.
They have.
They have a lot of receiving. No, they have a lot of receiving options.
Yeah, but second half of that game, Bills came out. They played way too conservative. They had an 11-point lead, and they tried to run the clock out.
In the first half, they didn't even have to produce offense, Mackie. We didn't get to see what they had to do. We didn't see any offense.
Turnovers saved them for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just this.
That's
Bills
not happening against
They need
Chiefs.
to fire on all cylinders. They need to go balls to the wall no matter what. They get a lead. They can't get conservative. We know what Pat Mahomes can do from behind. Last week, second half came around. They started playing conservative. Lamar Jackson did what he needed to do. Made it a game again. Obviously, Mark Andrews kind of sucks, so they lost in that football game. But
Mark Andrews kind of sucks,
dude. That was a terrible performance.
Yeah, it was a bad fumble, bad drop, but he's still. I can't even honestly.
So what? How can you back this guy up? He's the reason they're sitting at home right now.
All right.
Right here.
But you can't do that against the Chiefs.
Up,
Chiefs are
Jeremy's
gonna-
saying Hunt over Pacheco. Seems to me every time I take Hunt, they always play Pacheco in the red zone. It's really tough to bet on these running backs. Pacheco moves the
Then
sticks.
take
against
Hunt.
the
Well,
long
So you
run.
can bet on Pacheco.
I'm
Tell
gonna
him
line
take
you're going to
Hunt,
Hunt.
take Pacheco.
I'm gonna back out on the Chiefs running backs. I made my value on Kareem Hunt last week. I'm gonna
Get in
avoid
and
either
get
of these
out.
running backs this week.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to it, chat. We're gonna build our parlay here. Mike says he's the parlay king. So, Mike, let me see what you've got. But we're gonna cook it up. We're gonna give our anytime touchdown favorites. I'll start us off. I'm gonna go with the Swifty. I'll take Travis Kelce to be my anytime touchdown. Gonna be with Taylor Swift, cheering him on the whole time. Pfizer, whatever the hell it is. Give me Travis Kelce as my leg.
Ace, you want to
Mackie?
find these? You want to find these best prices on the guys we say, and I'll build the part. I'll get the odds.
Here,
Yeah, for sure. Give me the Pfizer man to get in the end zone today. I think it's automatic. I saw the Patriots dynasty do it the whole time with Gronkowski. They're doing it with Kelce. You save your guy all regular season long to unleash him in the playoffs. The first leg of our anytime touchdown parlay is going to be Travis Kelce, and his best odds are. Let me pull that up real quick. Travis Kelce. Go Chiefs in the chat. Renee, yeah, you know what you're saying. Plus 125 for Kelce. Love to see that.
I'm going Brian Robinson for the Commanders.
Wow, Brian Robinson Jr. Not my pick of the day, but Huff's pick of the day. He's going with the RB1 for the
Plus 204.
Let's see, best odds on
This
this.
is gonna be
one
a
here.
fat fucking.
Plus-
Wait,
plus-
should we do two leggers again? These are all gonna be plus
plus
money. unless
200?
someone's
Plus
taking Barkley.
200. Let's see. We'll go with it after. We'll build it after. Let's all give our leg. Mackie, who you got as your leg?
yeah, going against my pick here, but I'm gonna go Josh Allen.
Yeah, I love it.
minus 115.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I like the Chiefs to win the game, but I love Josh Allen getting.
Yeah,
the end zone.
they're not gonna keep him. Out of
I
the
could
end
see
zone the
him
entire
getting
game.
in twice, even.
Again?
Plus-
You think he's
Yeah.
going to score 4 touchdowns in 2 games? I mean,
We
yeah,
got a
good.
running back, a tight end, and a quarterback. Haas, you have a receiver for us?
I wish I could, but honestly, I'm going to go
Saquon?
Zach Ertz here.
Wow,
I
You
like
go-
that.
2 Commanders touchdowns, no Eagles. You guys are pissing me off with that. I think we go with me and Mackey's as a parlay here. Let's go with
We'll
Allen
go with
and
the two safe
Kelce.
ones.
Yeah, we'll go with the 2 that are going to score, and we'll let you guys take the people that don't
All right.
even get the ball.
Ace
but they
chirping your
should be.
picks.
Yeah,
All right.
I like
No,
them.
just
I like
chirp
You,
them.
our
got,
picks.
you guys
Go
got the
run with it.
public plays. We'll take the value plays. That's
Plus
fine.
310 on
The pub-
Hoss's Huff.
Plus
Who'd you have again?
Brian
Brian
Robinson.
Robinson plus 200 and then plus 310.
Wow,
Honestly,
that's
you would have hated
crazy
what I was going to
odds
say.
from
I was
Brian
going to say
Robinson.
Patrick Mahomes. I really think he scores a touchdown with his feet today for sure, but I'm going to take the safe play and go. Zach
All right.
Ertz.
Just Robinson and Ertz plus 1150. What'd you say your odds were?
We
For the
have
other
to
one?
take that
Allen
off.
minus
We definitely have to
115
take that.
and then Kelce plus 125. Belt to ass day, go Birds. Yeah, give me the 2 favorites on the money line. Someone
Plus
said earlier.
310.
Yeah, plus 310. Love that. Chat, this is a great parlay for you, too. Eagles, money line, Chiefs, money line, no sweat, safe. But we just gave you 2 bangers right there. Plus 1150, 2 Redskins scorers to get in. That's Zach Ertz and Brian Robinson Jr. And then in the next game, Mackie and I got a safe one for you. Plus 310. Travis Kelce, Josh Allen, 2 of the biggest names in the game going at it on Sunday Night Football at 6:30. A couple other pieces that we'd like to look at. Let's all give some secondary touchdown picks here because I don't want him to go unsaid. It's going to be Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. I think that's not a bad little play to throw together. Huff, anyone else you want to call out at the last minute for people to look at for a touchdown?
I said it.
Xavier?
James Cook, Xavier Worthy. Those are my 2, and then Robinson and Ertz.
Yeah, Haas. Anybody else in the secondary realm you want to look
Patrick
at?
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes
Patrick
is in.
Mahomes.
Do you think this
touchdown.
is the reason they got DeAndre Hopkins? Biggest game he's played in his career. Is there any chance he finds the end zone with no
Oh yeah,
secondary to
but
cover
that's
him?
why I don't. But that's why I don't want to take anybody on like in the wide
Chiefs
receiving
receiving
core for
core.
the Chiefs because it's going to be any of them. It could be all of them to be
Is
honest with
Marquise
you.
Brown playing?
Yeah, he is. He's been
Yeah,
playing.
he could even score.
Hmm.
Could you imagine he goes Hollywood for the first time like in this game? That'd be insane. That'd be the one thing I guess I'm going to be rooting for. Honestly.
Mackie, anything late you want to add to your touchdown prop? Boys, any receiving props? Yardage props?
No, honestly, prop game's tough here. I could see 2 under games, so I'm not gonna trust these props here. I think obviously you're gonna see touchdowns, so touchdown bets aren't bad.
The total
um,
on the Eagles game has already shifted since we talked about it. It was 47.5. Now it's 47.
Oh, someone in the chat saying all 4 QBs anytime TD. Haas was talking about that earlier. I do love it. The odds on that are pretty really great too. Hurts on the tush push.
And Mahomes
Jaden to
goes
run one in
400,
tight because the
500.
going gets tough. Allen and Mahomes can always scamper, and Allen's almost automatic.
Yeah.
Someone's saying, where's the love for Terry McLaurin? That boy going to score today? I do suspect he does. He's a big game player. He's the heart and soul of that offense. He's the one that propped it up. but against that
I
tough
think he's the
secondary.
heart and soul of that offense. I don't know. I think
No,
James
he is.
Daniels
But if you ever watch any of these, he's the one that gets the team going. He gives the pregame
he was there
speeches.
when it was bad.
Yeah, that's why he's been through the bad quarterbacks. He even at the beginning of the year, first couple games when the going wasn't too great for the Commanders, he's the one that said, "Don't worry, this is my guy. This is why we're here." And the speech he gave before the Lions game, I don't know if you guys happen to see that. It was motivating. He had that long touchdown run because of it. He was saying, "You get remembered for the hard work you put in, your legacy," and they made their moment. They own the moment right there. But yeah, Saquon Barkley.
Was that their Super Bowl though?
I don't know. I think, like I said, they're playing with house money. They're playing carefree. They're just playing.
If you're gonna say the Bills Super Bowl was last week, you have to say that was the Commanders too. You can't have a double standard like that.
No, you can't have a double standard because we've seen it.
How many Chiefs?
Exactly. How many years in a row have we seen it be everybody's Super Bowl to get to the AFC Championship? Because
It's like, oh, we got there, and now we got to go to Arrowhead, and then you lose. It's like, oh, well, we were right there, and we couldn't get it done.
It's just because it's the same old story every time. And like I
The
said, it's a
refs.
rookie quarterback, Huff. I think there's no pressure on it. Allen had a lot of pressure to get here. The pressure on Lamar and Allen in that game was insane. The pressure on Jaden Daniels was 0 to none because everybody expected them to lose, and he just came out flinging.
What was the line last week against the Lions?
I think it was
9.5.
Yeah,
That's insane. Like,
It's
and
still
6.5, you know? Like, that's crazy.
What are we doing, Miguel? Miguel, here's my take on that game. I like the Commanders to cover the 6. I like the Eagles to win the game, and I like the Chiefs to win outright. Those are my 3 picks right there. What's the plays, fellas? The boys need it. Yeah, the parlay is here. We broke up our play into 2. Mackie and I give you a safe one for the Sunday night game. It's Josh Allen and Travis Kelce get in the end zone. 2 of the league's best who always get in. And then Haas and Huff, the 2 H boys, are taking 2 guys from the Commanders to get in. They got a really nice odds parlay plus 1150. So make sure you toss on that one because if it hits, you're going to be sad you missed out. It's Brian Robinson Jr. and Zach Ertz to find the end zone. RB1, tight end 1. He thinks there's a lot of. They both think there's a lot of points in that one. But we also do like Saquon. We like Hurts. We like Worthy, and we like Patrick Mahomes to find the end zone too.
Too many mouths on those other teams. Like, I just go with the people.
Mackie leads under in both these games, which is an important thing to look at because it's conference championships, and I agree. But I lean the over on both these games because the offenses are too good on both sides. But I do not want to bet totals here because it is the playoffs.
I'm surprised you're taking the under in the Chiefs Bills.
I kind of like
that's the one I like. That's the one I like the under
because the Chiefs defense is going to be stout.
What is the line on that?
48.5.
That's
and
high.
you know what else?
High for
Those
Chiefs
2 teams.
teams.
You know about these
23. You hit.
This wasn't Chiefs Bills. It's 44.5 line.
Well, Huff, here's another thing. You and I talked about it on the podcast earlier this week. These 2 teams are opposite of what everybody else does. Everybody else goes for it on 4th and long. They don't take the points. They don't punt the ball. The Chiefs do that every time. Every time they play smart. They kick the field goal with their great kicker and Bucker. They punt the ball to get plus territory. They trust their defense. I just think that's why they're the dynasty team because they do everything right. People are saying Dawson.
When we talk about it, I really want Hollywood Brown to score tonight. Honestly, like I wanted to catch like a crazy touchdown, like go 70 yards. Hollywood Brown, that'd be insane. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, should be 2 great games though. Chat, let us know. Go message us, Huff. Let them know where to follow us. Send us their messages for picks and see the official plays we post because the Instagrams have been popping lately.
Yeah, hit the books.pod on Instagram, hit the books_pod on Twitter. For this first game, the NFC Championship, we'll have our plays out by like 1:30 with a 3 o'clock kickoff, and then Bills Chiefs. Stay tuned, maybe 5 p.m. Give us 90 minutes to get everyone to see the plays tail, and make sure you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of our free plays.
Any donations in the live stream here are much appreciated. We'll give you any more locks, any last minute donations in the chat right here. We'll give you an automatic lock. If not, you have to tune into our Instagram. Shoot us a follow, shoot us a subscribe, shoot us a like, and we'll get you going. We've been cashing all year long. The record in NCAA basketball is above double digits. The hockey book is clicking. The NBA book is hot. So tune on over there. Give us some donations. Let us know as we help you build your bankroll and give us a follow. We're hyped for today. We're cooking it up. Thank you, chat, for tuning in. Huff, anything last?
I was just going to say, is there anything last in the chat you want to go through before we sign
People
off?
just talking back and forth. Kincaid talking about cooking Goddard. Anytime.
That's one guy none of us mentioned. I was looking up his stats. He hasn't scored in like 8 weeks. I used to be all over Kincaid.
He's just a security blanket for the check down. That's it. He's not a touchdown scorer.
No.
He's 2 years in the league. Thanks for tuning in, boys. We love to see it. Give us the follow. Get on over to the Instagram. Give us a like. Give us a donation. Give us a subscribe. We'll catch you guys for Super Bowl week 2. That's going to be a great one. Maybe some March Madness, NCAA streams, some NHL, NBA streams if y'all want that too. I don't know if you guys follow anything else, but happy to have you today. It was great. It was great. I'm looking forward to some great football. Go Eagles. Go Chiefs. Some good football today. Play your Taylor Swift loud and proud because Travis Kelce is getting in the end zone.
Absolutely. Love to see it. Got, like we said, 3 o'clock for the NFC Championship, 6:30 for the AFC Championship. We'll have our plays out by 1:30 and 5 p.m. for those respective games. Like I said, hit the books.pod on Instagram, hit the books_pod on Twitter. Make sure you're staying tuned. Turn the post notifications on. We'll see you Thursday for our AFC and NFC Championship recap and Super Bowl look ahead. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.